Welcome back for another week of DoD contracts. This is for the week of March 17th through the 21st. And we'd like to just give you all an idea of what is being spent on contracts, because we don't see anybody else covering it.
First one is going to be for buxostat. Is that the proper pronunciation?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Tablets. I'd never heard of these things before, and I had to look them up. The Department of Defense paid $19.7 million for these buxostat tablets. They're for high uric acid content, which can cause gout and kidney stones. You can pick these things up for not that much on the at a pharmacy. For a month's supply, you should be able to get them, say, at $3 or $4 if you're buying them in a quantity of $19 million. It's a generic drug, so it shouldn't cost that much. The second contract we'll look at is a Lockheed Martin contract, $213 million for a Sentinel radar missile systems. And on here it doesn't specify the number of Sentinel radar missile systems. It's sort of a portable system, which is to detect and track a wide variety of threats, including cruise missiles, fixed-wing adversary aircraft, helicopters, unmanned aircraft systems, rockets, artillery, and mortar assets. I did find a previous contract from 2019, and the Army awarded Lockheed Martin a contract at that time to acquire 18 of these Sentinel missiles at a price of $281.1 million. So that comes out to about $15,600,000 for each of the Sentinel systems. One thing I did like about this is it's more of a defensive weapon than an offensive weapon. It's not made to kill people, it's made to protect people. So we like that. Next one on the list caught my attention because it's a big one, $588,594,000. And like usual, they don't tell you too much about what they're buying. Simply stated as a contract for the Tactical Fuel Distribution System. So I went to the Heil website, and this is some of the equipment they're making. Our final contract wins today's Pete Hegseth Award, and that goes to the Bell-Boeing joint venture Osprey aircraft, a contract for $590 million to buy 5 of these aircraft. That's $118 million apiece. This aircraft is mostly seen on the decks of aircraft carriers, as it frequently carries supplies from land out to the aircraft carriers. This has been a problematic aircraft right from the beginning. It's killed 50 troops during the operation of it. The most noted, most publicized accident was a couple of years ago when one went down in the waters off the Japan, and 8 soldiers were killed. We should do a piece on aircraft carriers one of these days. First of all, the aircraft carrier itself is very expensive to manufacture, about $13 billion, and they don't go out by themselves. They go out with an aircraft carrier strike group, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 ships around them to protect the carrier. And there's probably a submarine tagging along, which you don't see in these photos. And the strike group has about 7,500 personnel in the various ships that are out there. So as you can tell, it's just an extremely expensive operation. So with all these expenses, we need to do something with the national debt, which is growing like crazy. How much is the national debt right now?
$36 trillion.
$36 trillion. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's 36, I think it's 36 times 1 million times 1 million.
Wow.
So like what, I can't even fathom that.
That is $235 million per hour, is it?
Per hour, $235 million per hour?
Mm-hmm. What do you think it is per second?
Per second? 50, $100.
No, a little more.
Little more? $500. A second?
Keep going. Every
You're
second.
kidding.
Every second.
Well, can't be more than $1,000.
I'll give you a hint. It's the same as the annual salary for the average American.
It's like what? No, it couldn't be.
65,470. Every second, every second it goes up $65,000.
So the national debt goes up by $65,000 a second, which is basically what a wage earner makes in a year. Every second it goes up that amount.
Yeah. So if we could just maybe fire some more park rangers, we should get this under
Yes.
control.
It's the park rangers. I knew it was.
No, in all seriousness, that's why we are concentrating on these contracts, because we think that's the area that could be our solution.
Well, we've got to do whatever we can to get this down. You know, it's tough, and the military budget is so high, and it's very bloated, and we should be doing more with diplomacy to take care of these matters. I mean, to spend billions of dollars on getting the Houthis when we could probably have done it diplomatically is just
it's insane.
It's insane.
These
Okay.
are our fellow human beings here. We need to learn how to communicate and negotiate and get along, because someday we're going to be invaded by aliens. We better get it figured out by then, right?
Yeah.
We better work together.
At any rate, so we'll leave you with that dim prognosis, and the next one I think is going to be on the F-14 jets. Do you have something down there? What's the next
Well, it says
one?
coming soon. We might cover the F-47.
You know what that is? It's called the F-47 Dictator.
That's what
It's Donald Trump's,
what
the
he's
47 for the 47th presidency. Now, when he announced the plane, and let's show you the video right now.
Okay.
At my direction, the United States Air Force is moving forward with the world's first sixth-generation fighter jet. Number sixth generation. Nothing in the world comes even close to it. And it'll be known as the F-47. The generals picked a title. And it's a beautiful number. We'll ensure that the USA continues to dominate the skies. We've given an order for a lot. We can't tell you the price because it would give way to some of the technology and some of the size of the plane, good-sized plane.
There's something he left out, didn't he? He left out the price of the project. Well, the F-35, its predecessor, is the most expensive government project in the history of this country. And we can only imagine what an F-47 is going to cost with inflation and so on. And he says we're going to buy lots of them.
Wow.
So anyway, we're going to cover that next, and
Yeah.
also we're going to have the following week's contracts for you. So that's it. We're going to get out of here.
Yep.
You be good. Be nice to your neighbors.
Yeah, be good. Be good
Yeah.
to yourself, too.
Yeah.
Ciao.